gate town of Carcery. Cursed. What are you, clueless? It's a gate town on the rim of the Outlands, the doorway to the prison plane of Carcery. It's a place of backstabbers and traitors, and it's full of schemes as a Bartezu's undergarments even. Being right next door to Carcery's apt to change your burg's nature. I wouldn't be surprised if the town were about to slide over. Slide over? What do you mean? When a gate town's beliefs get too much like the plane it borders, the force of that belief is enough to make its bordering plane swallow it whole. Happens all the time, at least when the anarchists are involved. He speaks this last with a kind of grim pride. Tell me about the anarchists. We are a secret society. Cells of members who work alone or through directives passed through the network of informants and leaders who remain hidden. Our goal is to tear down the power structure, to free people from the lies of politicians and powers, to let all lead their own lives of their own volition. We worked in secrecy, and changed our routines constantly to avoid infiltration. My time was decades ago, and so all the secrets I knew are no longer valid except for the faces I can remember, and even those must have changed by now. You sound like a paranoid bunch. If a society you belong to thrived on intrigue, infiltration, and the hatred of the established powermongers, you'd be careful too. It's not paranoia when they really are out to get you. In our line of belief, someone involved in a triple cross is an amateur. The skull regards you evenly for a moment. I think I'm done speaking with you. Farewell. Okay, bye. I think we're done in here. Oh boy. Okay.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, Fiendling. Or hug me.
Or kiss me.
Or kiss me.
Oh dear. Is there actually anything else in this place? Wait, so what's over here? Oh, that's probably the entrance to... yeah, the Alley of Lingering Sighs. So what actually is there in this area? I don't really look around. We got the Coffin Maker, the Upper Ward, Marketplace, Siege Tower, Warehouse, Print Shop. Whoops. I'm surprised that this isn't a building I can just enter. We go in the marketplace. We got Drixel, Alec, a bunch of market workers with no name. They're just not important enough. Arena. Now I'm looking for very specific people. For a very specific reason. I don't know where the hell to find them. What I could actually do... whoa. Zerb got Thorpe. Kina. Byron. Okay. Whatever. No, I'm gonna buy a bed. So then it should be like daytime. That's what I'm hoping. Like to buy something. Like to buy a bed. Thank you. There we go. Quite nice with it just being daytime so easily. That's just Lenny. This is the Coffin Maker. Can I not go in here? Oh, never mind. So I was like, can I go in here? Can I not go in here? Emrys. Okay.
I'm gone.
Oops. Quick save just to be safe. I don't know if they take too kindly to being robbed. Yeah, they don't care. Cool. You're the best a man could ever have, Dimitri. Or Dimtree. What a name. Dimtree. No, I'm looking for 2 people. Why can't I leave?
Ready.
There we go, whatever. Right next to the wrecked house. Hence why I'm so confused. Oh!
I'm gone.
Hang on. Can I get over here? Oh! I found it. And it's a pawn shop. Alright, this is what I was looking for. Sheesh.
Alright.
We got Mika and Broker. So who is it I need to have? Oh, it is those two. So just talk to those two. So you see a diminutive man with a bit of a waddle to his walk. His voice betrays a nearly comedic accent. By all the powers in their celestial outhouses. What is this? His partner, a diminutive woman with a braying voice, gives you a quick glance and replies, "It's a customer, you dolt. As I've been telling you for ages. I told you we'd get customers, but you never believed me, and now we have one. Are you ready for him? This, well, dead-looking man." Of course I'm ready for him. I'm always ready. For whatever customers we have, he turns to you. What can we do for you today? Can you tell me about the area? Oh, you want to know about the area? I can tell you many things about the area. There are many sights to see. Mika breaks in, and the first thing you'll mention will be the brothel. No doubt, the brothel for you men. It's always a brothel, or the Civic Fest Hall, never the market, or... I was going to tell him about the market, but now I'm going to tell him about the brothel just to spite you. And then I'll tell him about the Civic Fest Hall, and never will I mention any other attractions. The two of them degenerate into a shouting match, ignoring you. I have a few more questions. They're so busy shouting at each other that they don't pay any attention to you. Oh my god. No, that's okay, I was just leaving. Oh my god, that's great. The dead one has returned, Brocker. The dead one has returned. I can see that. Do you think I can't see that? Of course I can see that. I have eyes, don't I? He turns to you. What can we do for you today? Can you tell me about yourself? Me? You want to know about me? Mika, he wants to know about me. He's just being polite. He doesn't really care. You have nothing useful to say anyway. You're the owner of a pawn shop, and that's all you'll ever be because you lack ambition. I lack ambition? Lack ambition? Oh my god, if I didn't have a lodestone of this wife and this life, I'd be something. But no, I'm a storekeeper, instead of a grand adventurer. The two of them degenerate into a shouting match again. I'd like to buy something. Okay.
Good as done.
No, I want Mort to witness this. Because then he might learn more taunts. Who knows? Who is she? She is my devoted wife of some 20 years, and the light of my life and the greatest gift ever to enter his life, isn't that right? I saved him, you see? From the life his parents had planned for him, and he promised to take me away from all this, and instead, what you see is a life he gave me. I tell you, it would be enough to drive a body to drink. So if she weren't already there, she's the biggest bubba, not blubber. This side of the hive. And she's been that way for years, I tell you. Years! She'd drink the river Oceanus, and still be thirsty if it were made of alcohol. Two of them continue to squabble. Any few more questions? Okay. What if it just deteriorates into a shouting match? So... yeah, I just have to have them argue right in front of Mort. It should be okay. Can you tell me the factions? The factions, eh? The factions. Mickey wants to know about the factions. I have ears. I can hear what he says. Broker. Our broker has no truck with the factions because they know he can't hold to a belief long enough to believe it himself. I know one thing I believe. I believe this life must be my punishment for something I did in a past life. The two of them break into a heated argument again. Is Mort not getting any of this? Seriously? I'm quite surprised. Let's talk about trades. I can buy cheese! Shards of Fate? What the fuck? Oh, what? Oh, breaks after first use. They made it sounded so good. With that damage, 10 to 100. But it's a one-time use. So it's basically just chance. You might do a lot of damage, but you probably won't. Oh well. I have 4 of those. Yeah, get rid of them. I have the spells. Bloodfly Charm. What does this one do? Heals 3 points. Not that great. Now, Dakan. She's got a bunch of rings. Oh, no she doesn't. She has 2 rings. And Mort has nothing. Cool. Can I just have them argue in front of us again? Tell me about the area. I'm just trying to get Mort to learn something. But he ain't learning nothing. Man!
I'm gone.
Okay. So, tell me about the area.
New taunts.
There we go. Hey Chief, can you believe those two? They could teach me a thing or two. I believe it, Mort. Let's go. There we go. Finally. So now if I got a special ability, he's got Skull Mob. 50 feet. Affects one creature. Mort can summon an avalanche of his friends from the bones of the night to come and take a bite out of a target. Magic resistance does not affect this ability. The target gets no saving throw against this effect. The skulls do 1 to 4 hit points of normal piercing damage per Mort's level. Mort can only use this ability once per day. Aw man. That's kinda shitty, but whatever. Not really that big a deal. It's a cool taunt, and that's all that matters. No, it's a cool ability, it's not a taunt. Although I suppose it technically is a taunt. The only thing that Mort does is taunts. Hooray! I actually found the pawn shop. Took me a bit longer than it should have, but whatever. So... trying to figure out where he's... oh, he's over here. You? No, you're Keenar. Ah, it's you, Sebastian. You see an older man in elegant robes. He has bright eyes and a warm smile. He gives you a slight bow as you approach. Good day, Cutter. I am Sebastian. How may I serve you? Greetings. Greetings to you as well, Cutter. He stops in mid-sentence as he notices your scars. You see his eyes travel along them and his eyebrows arch in surprise. He returns his gaze to you. He's about to ask what I could do for you, but there is no need. I think I see why you came to see me, Cutter. Okay. I have some questions. His smile broadens and he gives you a slight bow. Ask away, Cutter. What is this place? He gives you a quizzical look. Do you mean this market or this ward of Sigil? The ward. This is the lower ward, Cutter, home of the common people and the industrial side of Sigil. It's not the slums of the Hive, yet it holds no splendour such as the Ladies' Ward. Okay. Why is it called the lower ward, not the Ladies' Ward? He lets out a short laugh and shrugs his shoulders. That depends on your point of view, Cutter. The rich say it's because this is the home of the common or lower classes. If you ask those who live here, it's because of the portals and the incident. The incident? Yes, he frowns as he pauses to think. A long time ago, this was known as the Prime Ward. People new to the city were placed here and not allowed access to all of Sigil. There were many other restrictions placed upon them as well. Some Burke took offense to that and decided to form a rebellion. It went nowhere, of course, until he made a fascinating discovery. Go on. You see, there are a lot of portals in this area of the city, and most of them open onto the lower planes. Well, that Marmy Burke found a way to open them all at once. He allowed anything that wanted to come through the portals into the city. It became quite bloody. A terrible war ensued. Anyway, that's why this is known as the lower ward, because of the portals. Sebastian, how did this person open all of the gates? He used an item that he either had commissioned or made himself. What was it called? He pauses to think for a moment. I remember. The Shadows... is it Sorcled Key? At the mention of the key, you begin to feel dizzy. Here we go. The world around you freezes, and everything turns grey. You sense a past memory trying to force its way into your consciousness. Yay! The world around you fades, and you find yourself in the darkened streets of Sigil. Your heart is pounding, trying to break free from your chest. Your breath comes in ragged gasps. You've been running for hours, it seems, and yet you cannot stop. You turn a corner and enter an alley. Finally slowing your flight, you feel your strength fade as you lean against a nearby wall and try to catch your breath. You become aware of something hard pressed into the palm of your hand. Glancing down, you open your clenched fist and stare at the gem embedded into the flesh. Okay. Your body sags toward the wall until your forehead touches its cold, damp surface. Your eyes close and you force yourself to take slow, deep breaths. Just as you feel your strength returning, you hear a faint noise and instantly snap to full awareness. You turn to look toward the alley mouth. At first you see nothing, just ghost visions caused by the shadows of the night. You're about to turn away when a slight movement catches your eye. Slowly, a female form glides across the corner, or around the corner, pauses and then turns to face you. Your eyes travel from her slender waist towards her full bosom, and then her blade-enshrouded face. Even in the darkness you can see her cold, emotionless eyes. The memory fades and your normal vision returns. You are standing before Sebastian in the market. He is looking at you with some concern. But this passes when he sees you are alright. Thought I lost you for a moment there, Cutter. What became of this shadow, whatever the hell that is, key? He shrugs his shoulders. No one knows. The key has been lost for some time now. Many believe the Lady of Pain took the key to prevent it ever being used again. Makes sense. So what was the outcome of the rebellion? Well, everyone except the leader was given pages in the dead book. The leader and the creatures just up and vanished one day. Surely the lady's work. The survivors fled the ward. The fumes of the lower planes had polluted the air, you see. Anyway, the ward remained deserted until the foundry was eventually built. What did you tell me about the foundry? He frowns. It is the home of the Godsman Cutter. If you have any questions regarding them, I suggest you go to the foundry and ask them. And some other questions. So, who are you? I'm Sebastian, a mage of sorts. I do contract work for those who can meet my price. What kind of work? He gives you a slight smile, then shrugs his shoulders. Confidential work, Cutter. I'm known for my discretion and getting deeds done. People come to me with quests. If I can perform them, I do so. If I cannot, I don't. In either case, I keep silent. You hesitate to use the word mage. Why? He nods his head. Yes, I am not a mage, Cutter, but I can perform the art in my own way. I have forsaken the normal studies of magic and followed my own path. He pauses and shrugs his shoulders. It is easier to call me a mage than to argue the point. Huh, I have more questions. What's going on around here? He looks at you suspiciously. What do you mean, Cutter? He looks around and spreads his arms as if to encompass the whole ward. Life, Cutter. Life as usual, nothing more. Okay. I got the impression that you can help me with my scars. He smiles at you and shrugs his shoulders. Perhaps, Cutter, perhaps. He leans forward and begins to examine your scars carefully. He runs a finger along several of them, mumbling to himself. Finally, he looks up at you. Yes, Cutter, I can help you. I cannot cure you, but I can alleviate the worst of your condition. Okay, and your price? Ah yes, the price. He begins stroking his chin and stares at you. You get the impression you are being weighed somehow. He seems to come to some sort of a decision. I have a job and I think you could perform. Go on. I've signed a contract with a certain creature. I am no longer able to fulfill the contract. It is beyond my abilities. However, the creature will not release me from the contract. Instead, it has threatened me with death unless I fulfill the contract. Let me guess. You want me to solve this problem for you? He sighs. Yes, I cannot do it myself. My reputation demands that I fulfill the contract or face the consequences. I'm at your mercy in this regard. Will you help me? What kind of creature are we talking about? An Abishai named Grossuk, Cutter. He pauses to gauge your reaction. I know this is a difficult task, but one I think you can handle. Also, the reward I offer you is great. He gestures at your scars. What were you contracted to do? He shakes his head. I cannot reveal that information, Cutter. I am magically bound not to. That is why people come to me. They know that if I accept a contract, it will be handled with discretion. I see, an interesting proposal. He looks at you hopeful. Will you do it, Cutter? Yes, give me the details.
My journal.
He smiles at you and gives a sigh of relief. Thank you, Cutter. The creature is an Abishai named Grossuk. You will need a magic weapon to cause it any harm. Go check with some of the shops if you do not own one. A spellcaster can harm it as well. Grossuk can be found to the east beyond the siege tower. Siege tower? Yes, over beyond the market. Damn thing just appeared one day, several years back. No one knows why and no one seems to be able to get inside it to find out. Fine, farewell.
I feel stronger.
Level up, finally! Woo! Oh man, I have a characteristic point! And 10 HP. 89 HP! Right, what do I want to increase? Whoa. What the fuck? I mean, that's tempting. I've become a god. Essentially. Charisma could be useful? No, charisma's pointless. Mostly because I have that spell that allows me to buff up my charisma by, like, I think it's between 2 and 10 points, so, you know, that's still above average. I'll go with wisdom again. Yeah, probably too much. I need 250,000 XP. Shit. Yeah, that's a bit shit. Wait, so if I've got a bunch of tabs open. So that was the one that mentions the bloody, what is it? Right. Now what I want to do is the Grossuk thing. Oh, really? Okay, that's simple enough. All I have to do is kill it. I mean, it's a Black Abishai. I've killed, you know, like 4 of those. Shouldn't be too hard. Go for the price of one! Wait. Oh, there he is. Grossuk. He's not a Black Abishai. It's a reptilian creature with a snake-like body, 4-clawed feet, leathery wings, and a draconian head. The scales covering its body are a vile shade of green. The creature stands upright on its hind legs, balancing with its prehensile tail. As you approach, its eyes narrow to slits and it begins to hiss. Ignore the creature. I mean, I'm gonna fight it, so I may as well just quick save and then kick its ass. Ah, yeah, kick its ass.
Knowing the teachings
Really?
of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Well, that was hard. Jeez. 2 points, or 2 HP, spell memorization abilities have increased. Very nice. Level 2? Ah! Well, now we have 3 Swarm Curse. Can't get enough of that. It's too good. Yeah, that was, very difficult. For sure, yeah. That's what I would call it. The only person that actually took damage was Mort. Really? There we go. He's back to full health. Well, we freed him from his, predicament, it would appear. Where is he? Is that... Oh no, that's... She just looks the exact same as the... one of the first chicks we came across. The one that actually gave us our first, like, permanent health boost. Alright, Sebastian. We did it. Yes, and I've come for what is due. Or for what is due me? Okay. One moment, please, Car. Sebastian reaches into his robe and removes a small crystal ball. He gazes into it for a moment before returning his attention to you. I cannot thank you enough, Cutter. I shall live up to my part of the bargain. Are you ready? It's done, Cutter. Once again, I thank you. Sebastian bows deeply to you. Thank you and farewell, Sebastian. I got 2 charisma. Permanent. Oh, wow. That's a good job that I didn't increase that then, isn't it? Because that would have... I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad thing, but... I just didn't need to increase it. Wait a minute. I'm no longer good. I'm true neutral. I've gone back down. Maybe killing the Abishai was an evil deed or something. I don't know. That's weird. Oh, shit. Well, whatever. So, Xanthia. So that's the next quest to do. How much is left of this place? Holy fuck. A lot of stuff. Ooh. Oh man. Bad. Whereabouts am I? Ah, there we go. Okay, you see a pretty young woman in fine clothes. Her skin lacks the usual yellow tint of the inhabitants of this ward. She appears to be watching nearby creatures with interest. Oh, those 3 down there. Greetings. She turns to face you with an annoyed look crosses her face. Yes, what do you want? I have some questions. Fine, she looks irritated. So, who are you? My name is Xanthia. She looks you up and down, then frowns. Is there something else you want? I have some questions. What are you doing here? There's going to be a fight and I want to see it. She smiles wickedly. It should be interesting. A fight? Yes, see the 3 Thokola over there? She points to 3 hulking creatures with rippling muscles. They're going to try and kill an Abishai, she snorts, the stupid oafs. I've heard of something called an Abishai. What exactly is it? It's a lower plains creature, a Bartezu, I think. She frowns in thought. In any case, Abishai have nasty dispositions, sharp claws, and can cast spells. Very formidable. The Thokola look like they can take care of themselves. Normally I would say yes, Thokola are very powerful warriors. She smiles slyly and leans in to whisper to you, however I know something they don't. What might that be? Abishai can only be hurt by magic, she snickers. The Thokola will be slaughtered, I have no doubt of it. She straightens up and watches the Thokola eagerly. How do you know they can only be hurt by magic? She gives you an annoyed look. My husband is very high up in the Harmonium. The Harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures such as Abishai. She looks away. That's how I know. My husband told me. Why don't you warn the Thokola? Why should I do that? She smiles evilly. I'm the one who suggested the fight. Why? My husband tries to better his social standing with his underlings by drinking with them in the local taverns. Last evening he forced me to just such an occasion. Those 3 oafs were there, boasting of their prowess as warriors. It was obvious they were in a drunken stupor. When they decided to leave, one of them tripped and fell into the table I was sitting at. She pauses. Go on. She frowns angrily. Most of the drinks at the table spilled into my lap and ruined a very expensive evening gown. So, while the cretin was trying to apologize, I whispered to him that I only accepted the apology of a warrior of stature. If he were truly such a warrior, he'd be able to defeat an Abishai in hand-to-hand combat. Oh, you're gonna get them killed because they ruined a dress.
Updated my journal.
You obviously don't understand the intricacies behind the situation. She looks at you like you were an idiot child. I was embarrassed and humiliated in front of my husband and his underlings. She looks angry. Oh, okay. I must be going now. Farewell. So, can I warn them? Thorpe. Oh, is that the Abishai? This creature is huge, standing over 9 feet tall. Rippling muscles support its massive frame. As you approach, he leers at you and laughs. Greetings. He looks down at you and gives you a friendly smile. What do you want, Smalley? Here's some questions. You got questions? Maybe Thorpe got answer. He smiles at you. So who are you? He smacks himself in the chest with a thunderous blow. Thorpe, he raises his arms above his head and shakes his fist at the sky. Mighty warrior is Thorpe. All Thokala are mighty warriors. He places his fists on his hips and glares at you. Who you? I don't remember my name. He nods at you as he examines your scars. You got mighty scars? You must be a great warrior, like Thorpe. He frowns and nods wisely. You got hit on the head too many times, not remember name. Someday it come back. I have some questions. So what are you doing here? He barks out a laugh and smiles at you. Thorpe here with friends. He gestures at the nearby Thokala. We're gonna barge a flying lizard. He lets out a roar and begins to pound his chest with fists the size of hams. A flying lizard? He nods his head, then begins to make crawling motions. Lizard, you know, but it fly. He begins to flap his arms like a massive misshapen bird. Eventually he settles down and looks at you expectantly. You mean a dragon? He snorts and raises to his full height. Thorpe good, but he not that good. Someday Thorpe want to bash dragon. He stares off into the distance with a longing expression then sighs, but this is not that day. Well, if it's not a dragon you're talking about, then what is it? Thorpe not remember what Xanthia call it. He pauses to think. It lizard, tall as Thorpe, walk on back legs, got wing, got claws, red in colour. Think she say they called Abishai? He pauses and shrugs. I've heard of something called an Abishai, is that what you mean?
Updated my journal.
His eyes light up and he gives you a joyous smile as he nods his head. Yes, Abishai, flying lizard. Thorpe and his friends barge real good. Thorpe be warrior of stature then. Xanthia accept apology. What's this about Xanthia and an apology? Thorpe take friend to tavern last night. Thorpe gets stinking drunk, fall on Xanthia's table, spill drinks all over her. He looks embarrassed. Xanthia says she not accept apology unless Thorpe be warrior of stature. So killing an Abishai is supposed to give you stature.
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. Xanthia says so. Thorpe not know. Oh, okay. So you said you're going to fight an Abishai. He smiles and nods at you enthusiastically. That's right, Thorpe and his friends don't him. Oh no. And friends bash. So I'm gonna warn him, of course. I've learned that Abishai can only be hurt by magic weapons.
Updated my journal.
He gives you a worried look. Need magic? How do you know? I've asked around, Thorpe. It's what people told me. So should I take her? Like, say it was because of her or not? I'll probably say it wasn't because of Xanthia. I've asked around, Thorpe. It's what people tell me. Thorpe not have magic, friends not have magic. We die if we barsh Abishai, he sighs. Thorpe not be warrior of stature, Xanthia not accept apology. You were willing to risk your life for the honour of a lady, Thorpe. Only a warrior of stature would do that. He stares at you blankly for a moment, then a huge smile appears on his face. Really? Thorpe and his friends now have stature? Yes, consider Xanthia's honour to be satisfied and the apology accepted. Thorpe, thank you. You saved life. You saved life of friends. He turns to the other Thokala and speaks to them hurriedly. After a moment, all three bow to you, and each hands you a pouch of coins. Thank you. He smiles. You good friend. You deserve. Must be going. Right, let's go and tell her what we did. I ruined your fun, I'm sorry. You warned the brute, didn't you? Yes, I did what I felt was right. She nods her head slowly. I will not forget this insult. Good day to you. She turns to leave. Alright, whatever. So was that lawful? I'm good again. Okay, now I'm going all over the place. And we also have a black Abishai, so what better thing to kill than this? Kaboom! Oh, 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 oh!
Learn some new tricks.
Nice! Now she's a thief. Wait, so I have 17 points. Actually, wait, I could actually split this by just putting 4 into everything else. Oh yeah, that works out very nice. Woohoo! Nice, so now she's a level 7 thief. Not too shabby. Also, Decon got fucked up. I might actually just go and buy a bed, so then I'll be at full health again. Yeah. Buy the bed. It probably won't let me because my party is scattered. Oh no. It did. Yay! Oh shite. Can I buy another one? I'd like for it to be daytime. It's not that I don't like the nighttime, it's just, it's easier to see. There we go. 8 more hours. Either way, that is going to be the end of this session. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.